Hi, I'm Karla Kubitz, and I am an associate professor in the Department of Kinesiology, and I'm a Facet teaching fellow. I've been asked to talk to you about my thinking processes related to fall 2020 and how I might teach my classes. So in order to do that, I need to talk just a little bit about what I normally do. So in my classes, I teach using a technique called team-based learning. It involves permanent teams. It involves asking the students to do pre-class preparation. So they read a chapter in their books or read an article or listen to a lecture, something before class. Then they come to class and they take an individual readiness assurance test. So it's a 10-question multiple choice test. Usually, I have the tests and scantrons for each team in team folders, and I pass the team folders out and they pass the tests and scantrons to one another. When they're finished doing their readiness assurance test, they return their scantrons to the team folder and they hang on to their actual test sheets. So their answers are both places. On their RATs, they get credit for partial knowledge. So what that means is that they are allowed to put 5 answers per question. If they're sure, they mark the same answer 5 times. So 5 A's. That's great. If it's right, you get 5 points. If they're not so sure about the answer, meaning they have partial knowledge, they could mark 2 A's and 3 B's and get either 2 or 3 or no points, depending on what the correct choice is. When they finish that, they gather together to take team readiness assurance tests. So same 10 multiple choice questions, but they discuss them as a team and they indicate their answers on scratch-off cards. So it's called the immediate feedback assessment technique, and it's just a little scratch-off card, and you can see the picture below. After that, I do a little bit of a mini lecture focusing on whatever the teams missed on their team RAT. And then the next several classes are focused on application exercises. So they could be multiple choice, they could be picking something out of a case study, number of different things. They all have to fit what are called the 4 S's. So they have to focus on the same problem. It has to be a significant problem, so something relevant or meaningful for them. Each team makes the same specific choice and they report their answers simultaneously. So sometimes I use ABCD cards. So each team holds up a card. 1, 2, 3, hold up your cards. So you can see the picture of what that looks like. Other times I might do something like a gallery walk. Maybe they make a poster or something that indicates their choice, and then we put them all up on the wall at the same time or something close to it. And basically, that's the process that I repeat across the semester for however many units I have in the whole semester. So 8 to 10 units in the semester. We do that each time. So brainstorming, how to do that online or in virtual or hybrid or whatever it is I end up teaching with. So Blackboard has tools. It has a groups tool, and I could certainly keep my teams in Blackboard, in the Blackboard, and they could have their Blackboard groups. Pre-class preparation, I can put lectures, recorded lectures up there, PowerPoints, etc. I can do that. For the RAT, the individual RAT. So I could set it up as a Blackboard test. The student could take it either synchronously or asynchronously. Haven't decided about that yet. Answers would be submitted to Blackboard, so I wouldn't need like a Scantron. Options for doing the confidence voting. Not sure about that one. At present, the only thing I've come up with is maybe to have each question listed 5 times, and they would actually literally answer it 5 times. Might be a bit awkward. I'm not sure yet. For the team RIT, teams could meet virtually via Collaborate or Zoom. They could also conceivably meet via a discussion board asynchronously, be kind of a drawn out discussion, but it could work. They could meet face-to-face, but socially distanced, so outside or in some kind of a large space. Students could have their completed, but of course not graded, tests available during the RAT, just like they normally would. I need options for how to do the scratch-off cards online. I'm drawing a blank on how to recreate that. Oh, I did think of I could mail them. mail them to, each of the teams or something like that. It's something I've been able to come with so far. Mini lecture that could be delivered online. Application exercises could be done synchronously. We could have breakout rooms in Zoom or Collaborate. Application exercises could be done asynchronously using this discussion board. Google Docs. I know some of my colleagues in team-based learning do use Google Docs for virtual gallery walks. So each team would upload their product, a screenshot of it, or PDF or something. They would upload that, and it would be viewable to everyone for commenting. So that's where I am at this point in time. I still have quite a few things to sort of sort out in my head in order to even decide how I'm going to teach my fall class. But like you, I'm starting to think about it. So if you have any suggestions for me, I'd be happy to hear them. If not, thank you for listening.